Yeah.
You need help?
Okay.
Alright, something when you're ready. Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to our beginner training today. Just a brief housekeeping. So if you're not aware, men's bathroom is just off the stairs to the right. For the girls, you guys have to go out and around. Be on the other side, exactly where the men's bathroom is, but just on the other side of the building. Bubblers are straight up the stairs and out. You have to walk past like the sort of picnic area, and there's like a wall of bubblers there. Yeah, so just a brief intro. My name is Jonathan. I've been playing volleyball for about 2 years. I mostly play center, and I play on one of the Bayside Division 3 teams. This is Nick. He's going to be assistant coaching today. Hello, everyone. Alright, cool. So for the beginner and high beginner sessions, as per normal, there's going to be a lot of focus on fundamentals, but also how we're going to apply them into game scenarios. Today, we're doing a little bit of a mixed bag. We're going to do a bit of defense and building upon the stuff we did last week, which was communication. And then after that, the other half of the session, we're going to do a little bit about offense and being ready on how to play offense. And then we'll finish off with some games as per normal. Just before we start, is there anything in particular anyone wants to work on that we might be able to incorporate into the drills? No? Okay, easy. Cool. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, I just want everyone to warm up their ball control. I think at any sort of level, it's really important to have good ball control so that you can sort of play the rest of the game. So we're just going to warm up our passing, both our platform and our setting, but we'll do platform first. So the first drill we're going to do, you're going to be in a group of 3. You might remember this drill if you've been here before, but we're essentially going to have 2 people tossing for you, and you're going to be passing side to side. So just a brief demo. So in your group of 3, you're going to have 2 balls. And depending on how confident you are and what your skill level is, you guys can sort of discuss in your group how wide you want to go apart. So whether or not your focus is more about like the footwork or more about just like your passing technique, that's sort of up to you guys to decide. I'm not too fast about it. But let's say by default, yes, we're around this wide. So what we're going to do, once I've going to start the ball, yep. And I'm going to come over and then just go toss. Yeah, that's basically the gist. The main thing I want us to focus on here is 1, just warming up our passing, yes, but 2, building the good habit of separating our leg movement and our arm movement. What I mean by that is I don't really want to see us like running and trying to pass at the same time. There's too many moving parts, yeah? It's a lot better for us to take the step, get our body stable, and then you're just moving this part of your platform, yeah? Yeah, like I said, depending on the level, you guys can also change how fast your opponent is tossing for you. So if you notice someone in your group might be struggling with the movement, feel free to either give them a higher toss or just give them a bit more time to get to where they want to be, yeah? Main point of this is just like a warm-up, like I said, so no need to sort of make it too hard for them, yeah? Give them nice high tosses, and they'll give you nice high tosses, yeah? Alright. Break into groups of 3, grab 2 balls per group, and then me and Nick will go around and just give some light pointers and stuff like that. Yeah? Yeah. Let me find my whistle. Right back. Yeah. Oh. You said
Yeah, of course. Don't forget it. Careful not to forget it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's okay. Thank you though, thank you. A lot better. A lot better. Oh,
I see definitely a lot of improvement compared to previous weeks. So you guys are learning and retaining that information, which is really good. Any feedback from you?
Yeah, I think, like Nick said, I think the quality of the passing has gotten a lot better, especially when we come on for the first drill. I know everyone might be a bit cold and like not used to the first drill. Yeah, like I said, I think the quality was a lot higher, like from the start, which is easy. I think the next step is just improving our footwork just a little bit, because I think similar to some of the other feedback we've given for other super drills we've done, I think we're pretty good at passing when it's in a good spot for ourselves. The problem is when the ball's not coming very good to us. I think some of us are still struggling to get our bodies there first and then pass. Just like a summary of the feedback I gave out. One is sometimes we're taking a lot of unnecessary small steps rather than like just a couple of controlled big steps. And two, we're kind of just making it hard for ourselves sometimes. Like for example, if the pass is coming here, I said to a couple people that they're like turning their bodies away when they're running sideways, and then they end up in this awkward like sideways facing direction, and it's really hard for you to bring that ball back to where you want the target to go. So what I said was that it's a lot easier for you guys to just take side steps like this. One, it's a lot more controlled, and you can gauge how big of a step you want to take. Two, you're going to be facing your target the whole time, so you're going to need to think about how much you need to turn your body to get to the direction you want. But yeah, overall it's still really good. I think we're both pretty happy with it.
Yeah. I just want to really quickly iterate that we want to get better. Everyone wants to get better, so push each other to get better as well. So if it looks like the drill that's being done is too easy, like Johnny said, we want to modify a little bit, maybe make them go one extra step, or sometimes vary the distance, short and long, or maybe not always at the same fast, something like that. So push each other a bit if it looks like it's being done too easily. Obviously, don't make it incredibly hard, but yeah. Okay, we'll move on to defense today. So this is sort of like an addition on last week with comms, but this time I want to explain more about positioning and what sort of zones everyone is responsible for, especially on the back foot. And this is in-game defense, so slightly different to surfacey, but there are obviously elements that you can translate back and forth, right? Really quickly, I'm going to get all of you maybe on that side, and then I'll get two volunteers. You two, sure. Here, and we'll show you guys what base defense should look like. Again, this is just back court defense, so imagine you have 3 people in the front court, they will be doing their blocking and or some type of defense as well. But on the high level, like everyone can do slight variations of it, but we'll just teach you like the base that you can work on. Right? So let's go. Alice, you go on my left, right, me on my left. When we have 3 people in the back court, we want to be able to have these 3 people cover pretty much the entire everything within the behind the 3 meter line. Right? Which is, you can see it's a lot of court to cover. So we're going to kind of divvy it up a little bit, so that makes it a bit easier for everyone to focus on a specific zone. So if we look at Johnny over there, let's say he has the ball, and he goes to the opponent's outside.
What?
go to stand at that. Let's say the ball is coming from us to us from this direction, right? We can actually let go a little bit of the court to make it a bit easier for ourselves, because it's unexpected for the ball to reach a certain spots, and if it does go there, it will have to mean the ball has to travel further, which means we'll have more time anyway. Right, so we want to prioritize the spots that are difficult to get to, and that's our defense. So in order to do that, in base positioning, we always sort of make like a V, similar to kind of what we're doing right now. I'd say one step forward. Looks like a V, right? So one person on the right, one person on the left, one person in the back. The person on the back is responsible for more of the back of the court, whereas Alice and Annie are responsible for more of the things in front of them. Right? But that being said, since Johnny is here on our right side, we're looking at him, we're actually going to pivot our entire V towards him. Right, so I need to up a little more. And Alice, stay where you were. Yes. You can see how we are kind of facing the V towards Johnny, right? And this is what I want our defense to sort of look in the back. So here to around here, I'm responsible for. Everything in front of Annie is responsible for. Everything in front of Alice is responsible for. And then balls that are sort of in this middle area, this is what we call burner, or campfire, or whatever you want to call it. It's understandably a hard ball to get to because it's in the middle of all three of us. It's kind of close to where the ball would be coming from, so it's going to come here fast, right? So this is a very difficult ball to get to. I'm okay with letting some of these balls drop, but that being said, it's still the responsibility of one of you to try to get it, right? That's where the importance of last week's communication comes in. So I really want to hear you guys, if it's in the middle between two people, calling lines so that way when they crash into each other, that's still something. Does that all make sense? Any questions? Okay. We're going to do a little bit of a drill that sort of practices this. It's called, I guess it's called pit. Basically what's going to happen is we're going to have three people on the court, and me, are we going to run on? So we have one person standing here throwing balls at you guys, and I just want you guys to be able to pass it back to me within 2 touches. And again, stressing the importance of try to remember which ball is yours and which ball is not yours, because I will be targeting those areas and I expect that person to get to that ball, right? And also, like I said, if it's in between 2 people, calling. It's a bit of a slower drill, so it's a bit chaotic because we're going to have 3 people on the court, they're going to be running around. Everyone that's not on the court, can I get you guys around the outside, picking up the balls and bringing it back into the cart, and then we're going to rotate the group of 3 around, so that way everyone gets a turn. Sound good? Cool. Let's start. Can I get... we'll do a quick demo. Okay. So again, pit means 2 touches towards Johnny, right? So in this case, it's always going to be in the same spot, so we can shake our defense slightly towards him. Right? We're again remembering things in the back is fine, things in front of those 2 are there. Yeah?
Alright, and I want you guys to call it before, yeah?
Hi. Oh wait, that's not good.
Alright, ready? To me. Yeah, yeah, you guys just stay on, and then you'll stay on. That's fine, it's fine. 1 is fine, so. 2 or 1. Yeah, alright, that's basically the gist of it, yeah? But depending on how you guys go, it might give you easier balls, might give you harder balls. Yeah, just to push you guys a little bit. But main point is just understanding positioning and also just being loud and communicating, okay?
Each group of 3 we're going to aim for 20. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, 20 good passes and we'll rotate. Alright, can I get one more on board for now, and then everyone else for another round?
All the way around.
Square up.
The balls, the 3 in the middle, if the ball goes out, the ball changes it, so unless someone else can get it.
Alright, ready? Go.
Nice, 1.
Good
to me, please.
I'm telling you, I can perform training. In-game building.
I'm asking for the service because I think it's very good service.
I go carry. I don't think you see work.
Alright, come in when you're ready. That's all the defense that we're going to do for today. I think everyone did a good job of recognizing the players, which is good. That was like the main point of the drill. I think where maybe we struggled a little bit, maybe a little bit of miscommunication, especially when, at least for me, when I was trying to put the ball into like the hard spots where it's between two people. Sometimes I've seen two people kind of stare at each other as the ball drops, but you know, it happens. I think the next sort of step for us in that regard is just one, being louder, but two, being decisive about it as well. You know, if there's any ever doubt, just be loud, call it, and then someone take it, yeah? It's better to have the wrong person take it than have no one take it. But yeah, apart from that, I think everyone picked up on the zones that they're responsible for quite quickly, which I was happy with.
Yeah, nothing much to add. One really quick detail. Obviously, we never mentioned this, but just in terms of this game view, in the pit, when people are running around, it's also possible that the ball comes back straight away. So if you see your teammate out of position, sometimes you might have to take a little bit more or cover a little bit, something that normally wouldn't be yours if there was a teammate there. But because they're out of position, you might have to step in and take that. And again, that's just like being decisive and knowing, like really recognizing that situation, which we can work on, obviously, because that's something that can definitely happen in game. Right? Otherwise, I think pretty good in general. I like everyone's calling and communication, which is really good.
Alright. We're going to move on to the offense part of today's session. For today, for offense, it's going to be less about hitting the ball and more about how to get ready to hit the ball, or preparing yourself to hit the ball. Yeah. When it comes to like spiking and offense in general, most of the time, like 90% of the result comes from your preparation, like your footwork, being ready, transitioning, and stuff like that, rather than how hard you can swing at the ball. Yeah. There are plenty of times where you might see someone can swing the ball really, really hard, but they don't win the game because they're not ready. They swing the ball into the net, or they swing it out, or something like that, and it's just like a lack of preparation and reading, and they most of the time mistakenly think the harder they swing, the harder they win, right? So for today, I think I really want to focus on making sure we build good habits so that we don't become those people, yeah? So for the first part, we're just going to do a really, really quick refresh of spiking forward again before we go into the next drill, which is about transitioning. What we'll do a 3-step. Yeah, I think we tried to do a 4-step last week, and pretty much everyone just cut out the first step anyways. So easier to just do the 3-step, and if you want to do a 4-step, just add a step to the beginning, and then do a 3-step. Yeah. Is anyone left-handed before we do that? Oh, lovely. All right. Just reverse whatever I did. Yeah. Alright. So just a really, really quick refresh. Firstly, everyone's approach is going to look a little bit different, right? Everyone's going to have different like height as well as different like length that they'll cover with movements. One good way that people will say how to gauge how far back to start that should sort of roughly be where you want to be. Reason being, in the 3-step approach, not every step is going to be really big, but you're going to give yourself a little bit of leeway to not crash into the net and the other side. Yeah. So for me, if I'm taking 3 really big steps, I know I'm going to start my approach roughly from here. But for someone with like a smaller stride, maybe they might want to start here, or someone has a longer stride, they might want to start here. It's just completely up to you guys. And I'll leave that to you guys to figure out what's comfortable for you. But when it comes to the actual footwork, for a 3-step right-handed approach, we want to be starting with our right foot in front, okay? And the first step in our 3-step is going to pretty much just be like a normal size step, like we're just walking. So for me, it's just going to be about this one. This step, it's pretty much just for us to give ourselves time to read the set and decide how I want to proceed based on the set from there. The next 2 steps are basically where we're actually going to be converting all the momentum to jump. So those ones are more important technically, but this first step is important for us to set ourselves up to succeed. Yeah. So after taking this first step, I read the set. The next step is about pretty much generating all this like downwards power so that I can then convert it to the jump afterwards. So this next step is going to be like a really big step. It's pretty much like a lunge almost, but you're sort of jumping into a lunge. So you're going to take like a really big step, and this left foot should come off the ground. Okay. We really want to drive ourselves low so that we have all this power loaded in our legs, and then that way when we're jumping up, we're going to have all this energy stored in our legs that we can convert to upwards momentum. Okay. So just to recap: first step, small step. Second step, jumping into a lunge. And then third step is where we really need to kill all this forward momentum and then convert it all to upwards. Okay? So this third step, we need to drive our foot down to the ground hard. Yeah? So you need to press down hard to firstly stop yourself from flying forward, but 2, so you can push your body upwards as well. Okay? So just to recap again, so small step, jump into a lunge, and then stomp down with this leg. The harder you can stomp down, the more momentum you're going to generate. If you're just dragging this foot across, like you're going to feel a lot of energy disappear from your legs as you do this step. Okay? I know it's a lot to take in, and we'll correct you guys as you go, but it's just a quick refresh so that we can do our next drill, which is just how to be prepared for the back. Okay. Before we move on to that, does anyone have any questions about 3-step? No? All good? Alright, easy. Yeah, like just 1 quick movement? Yeah. Alright, so once again, right step forward. I'll just slow first. So here, normal step, jump into a lunge. Down, and up. Yep. In real time, depending on how fast the set is, it'll probably look something like this. Honestly, for me, there, I feel like I need to drive my foot down hard enough, but it's a lot of steps. So one more time. So. Let's do a quick practice. So we'll do 3 minutes of this. Spread out on both sides of the court. Measure your distance to the net. Do a couple reps. We'll try to pick up what we can. And then we'll go into the after.
Hey!
refresher, but what we really want to work on today is getting to a spot on the court so that we can use this newfound footwork to actually get an attack, right? Because the number one thing that happens when it's in a real game setting is once there's a ball live, just standing around there, you realize, oh, the ball's here, and then you just end up getting smacked, right? Which is not at all what we're practicing. So we want to get to a spot where we can actually practice. So to do that, we're going to do what's called transitioning. So transitioning just means being ready in our defense. So in this case, since you're a front court attacker, you're blocking, right? Getting ready from defense pose into somewhere on the court where you can then start to attack, right? So for me, I will be trying to get to somewhere around here. If you're hitting from the left, if you're hitting from the middle, maybe somewhere like where Johnny was standing earlier, on that other line, and on the right, somewhere similar but also, right? You can see it's a pretty decent amount of distance to cover. In fact, it's the exact same distance as your fullback, right? So how do we get from here to over there in a quick enough time where we can actually, play the ball and then have enough time to actually hit it? So this is the fullback. I'll go through it really slowly and then I'll explain it, right? So for now, just watch. The fullback is basically you start the block. What you want to do is open up towards the court, right? So that way you're looking at the ball. Big steps to where you can go. Obviously not jumping, but big steps. Right? And you can see I took 2 steps and I've already got my spot. Right? If you guys have smaller steps, maybe 3, maybe 4, but I don't want to see this. Right? Inefficient, and you might trip and fall. Right? Bigger steps is better because you can get to your spot, and if anything, if you go too far, then all you need to do is just hit the ball to the net, right? Which is better than going 2 small steps and then going into the net, right? So, okay, that was really fast. I'm going to explain why we're actually doing this. So, from the management, we're not going to go through blocking today, but just you're jumping up in your landing traffic close to the net. The reason we want to open up this court is because we want to look at where the ball is coming from, right? Let's say the ball is actually coming at you, then you actually have some time to maybe come in and play defense, right? Let's just say the ball is gone all the way back into the back of the court, then you have time to run, maybe try to get to the ball and stop. Whereas if you block, just turn, oh no, where's the ball? I lost it, right? So it's very important that you have to turn towards the court. So either on the right side, turning this way, or you guys, everyone else might have it turning this way. Right? Common mistake I see when doing this is a lot of people turn while blocking, which is not good because then you do this. Right? Don't do that. 2 separate motions. Block, then turn. Yeah? Next thing, again, not really much to it, but in terms of actually getting there, just focus on taking bigger steps. Maybe bigger than you think you need, right? Because it's better to be further back than to be too close. Not really much I can say other than just take bigger steps, right? Again, you guys will decide where that spot they need goes and start doing your bridge backwards. Or like Johnny said, take 3 big steps to see where you need to get to. But then, in this case, if maybe you take 3 big steps, maybe you take 3 big steps on the way to transition. Last thing is I find a lot of people panic when they're doing this drill because they think they don't have enough time. So they go, they do their thing, and they, oh no, I have to go, and then go too fast, right? You see, I only got to here, which compared to where I want to be is nowhere near. Right? It's okay if you're a bit more athletic, maybe you can get away with it, but in this case, we're trying to teach good habits, and the good habit here is to get all the way to the back. So, for the sake of this drill, make sure you go all the way back. It doesn't matter, you have plenty of time in the world. Obviously, have some urgency to it, pretend it's in the game scenario, but we're going to wait for you to get all the way to the back before we actually progress with the drill. Does that all make sense? Okay. Let's do 5 minutes of nothing, just on the wall, practicing doing the block, coming off, running, and then on the block, and then we'll bring in a ball and hit with the palm. guess the next way. Yeah, so on the net, same as your phone here. Here's the first. There's a lot of things that decision making that you do, and you can't do those decisions without looking at the ball, right? So if we spend all this effort of looking at the court while doing our transition, Then when we're out here, let's start to let's spin towards the balls in our way and still look at it, right? Number one thing. Number two thing, and this is a bit of like again developing good habits, is a lot of people do this. I do this all the time. People are really high up do this all the time. They do this and this. And then they go, right? I'm trying to build a good habit to transition properly. Obviously, it's okay to do it sometimes, but for the purpose of this drill and for the purpose of building your repetitions, let's do it with the correct way. In game, obviously things are a bit more hectic, and you have to make some maybe messier decisions or whatever. It's fine. In game, you can do whatever, right? But I'm trying to, again, good habit, right? So this is for everyone. It's literally everyone does it. So it's no big deal. But for the purpose of this drill, let's do that. Okay, we're going to go into hitting lines, but it's going to be a modified version of hitting lines, where basically, do a quick demo. A modified version of hitting lines where we start on the net and we're going to do the transition out. When Johnny sees that I'm actually fully transitioned out and ready, then he'll start doing his underarm throw for me, and then I can do my hit. Right? Again, like I mentioned earlier, I want you to focus on, don't worry about trying to speed it up. Obviously, have some urgency, but I always want you to get to all the way to where you need, right? So if whether because out the door, right? What it will look like is something like this, going outside the wall, which means it's my time to go. So one, bang, 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 ready, and then I hit, right? We're going to do that on both sides. Again, it's just practicing everything we did, so our transitioning and then our actual attack. Not much to say. Have fun. Okay, we'll do both sides. So we'll start off with on that side. After you hit, we're going to walk over to the other line.
Yeah, why is that?
So really quick, some quick feedback on transitioning. So obviously with the ball, it's a lot harder to retain more quickness. Ball, that's okay, completely understand. But still, use this as a good opportunity because this is the most controlled environment that we have. When we get into in the later game, it's going to be even more messy, even more chaotic, less time for you to work on yourself and actually get the work. Right? Some quick things I saw was I still saw a lot of people turning from court to court. Again, I want to stress that if you're hitting on the left side, turn right, facing the court. Even for the left-handed hitters, right-handed hitters, doesn't matter, we're looking at the court. Right? And another thing is I see a bit of backtracking. I think it's just a bit of being a bit scared of leaving the net, like facing the back to the net. That's okay. We are looking at the court, so nothing will happen to the net as you're leaving it. Don't you worry. The net will still be there when you come back. Okay. So don't be that scared of turning your back towards the net. But the most important thing is actually looking this way. Right. So facing come back out and again out you go. Right. Just quick things. I think in general the game was pretty good. So I don't know if there's anything.
Yeah, I think towards the end everyone kind of felt that game was the transition forwards, which is the main point. I know some people were struggling with like hitting and getting forward, but again, it's not the point. The main point of the drill, that was just such a fun afterwards. Then just to see that game environment. I think on the transitioning part, which was the focus, everyone improved a lot, which I think is good. As long as we can try to apply that more when you guys play games, then you guys will be back. So that's what I was
On that, any questions about transitioning or anything like that? Otherwise, we're going to go into a bit of weight. So let's go. What is mine? Let's see. We have teams of, let's make groups of 3. We're going to have 3 on, and we're going to, you guys will be in your little group, with another group, obviously, and then we're just going to play some scrimmages. Yeah, so let's go on to group 3.
Now you're trained enough. It's special because that's okay. He
What we're
can
going to do is, you guys will be 1 group of 3 backcourt, 1 group of 3 backcourt. We're going to throw it in the ball, a couple of points, and then we're going to go swap. All will be coming in from this side and also that side. So, don't be good. Nelson.
He's hitting. Heads.
That's cute.
Yes. Great job. Good take that. Good job, sir. Yes! Tip. Yes. Yes, good job.
Wait, is something good.
I like the energy today.
Good job, Singapore.
Yeah,
Iya kan?
Next time she's like, stop. My body is stop.
Is that you?